G'day trendsetters, welcome back to the channel. I thought I might do, just for you, a bit of a review of my new budget dome tent that I've got for camping out here on the motorcycle. I'm out here in the wilderness at the moment to actually do a field test on the tent, and it's going to be quite cool tonight, apparently around about 5 degrees. So possibly you might have seen the review I did of our original tent, which was the Coleman Ridgeline 3-man tent. If you haven't, I'll put a link up here in the corner. There was really nothing wrong with that tent apart from the fact that it's quite expensive. They're normally about 220 Australian dollars. We got ours on special for about 160. They're quite often on special for 160. This other tent I've got, which is the Oztrail something, I can't remember right now, I'll put it up on the screen here. $60 usually, so it's a budget dome tent. Roughly the same floor area as the Coleman, obviously $100 less even when the other one's on special, so yeah, like less than a third of the normal price of the Coleman usually. Now the one other thing I don't really like about the Coleman is the fact that it's a tunnel style tent, so it's not freestanding, it has to be pegged down to stay up, whereas with your traditional dome tents, because they are crisscrossed poles, they will actually stay up by themselves without being pegged down, so you can easily move them around or pick them up and shake the dirt out if you got dirt in there or whatever. So that does make it easier. Plus I think this new Oztrail one is going to be quicker to set up. It has the clips for the poles, which I'll show you, rather than having to slide the poles through a meshy sleeve, which can be a bit of a pain in the ass. It does have more headroom. So it's a bit higher. I think it's probably got a little bit more space inside as well, but it doesn't have that outer vestibule area, which is handy for storing boots and stuff. So the Coleman Ridgeline does have that small sort of vestibule area where you can put your dry bags and stuff overnight. Now as for weights, the weight difference in these two tents is pretty minimal. There's not much in it, guys. I'll put that info up on the screen. You can also see here the pack size and stuff. There's really not that much difference in the pack size of these. The only one thing that I would mention is the poles are fiberglass, whereas the Coleman poles are aluminium. So the aluminium ones are a lot thinner, and also they fold up a lot shorter. But I have found that the fiberglass ones on the Oztrail, which are tougher, they actually fit into my my duffel bag where I keep them anyway, so that's not a problem. So that's the only one drawback that I've found so far. Yeah, the length of those poles and the fact that they're a little bit heavier. One other thing too is the tub or the floor of the Oztrail is made out of actual tarpaulin material, so I think it's going to be a bit tougher than the sort of nylon sort of stuff that they use in the Coleman tent. So the nylon stuff is a lot lighter weight and whatnot, but it's not as tough. So having said that, I'm hoping that the Oztrail will be a lot better without having to use an under tarp or a ground sheet sort of thing. So I haven't actually brought a ground sheet this time, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get this thing set up and see how quick and easy it is, because as you know, with adventure motorbike riding, you generally move and camp every day. You don't want to be spending ages setting up and pulling down tents. So that's the Fly. They do actually come in two colours, but I believe they have different names. So yeah, again, I can't remember exactly what the names of them are, but I'll put that up on the screen, guys. This is the tent itself. You can see that tarpaulin material there. Yeah, so these are the poles. That's how they only just sort of fit in my bag there, but only just is good enough. And the pegs. Okay, so that's another difference between these two tents, is the pegs. The Oztrail obviously has these cheap steel pegs, whereas the Coleman has the aluminium angled pegs. This tent also has a front and a back door, which is good. So the Coleman only had one D-shaped door at the front. I'm really not doing this the most efficient way, but it is my first time. So I don't know how much of that you're able to see, but yeah, you can get an idea of it. Those things just clip on. You can tie that up in the middle too if you want. And yeah, they're just clipped on the corners. To move it or shake it out, easy. I find that really handy because you know, with that other tent you sort of peg it down and then you're like, oh damn, wish I'd put it just a bit over that way or whatever. So that is handy. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and peg down the corners and then I'll throw the fly on. So look guys, it's pretty easy to put up. I am used to the Coleman and I can put that up fairly quickly, but it is still a bit of a pain in the butt. I think that once I get used to this one, it's going to be a lot quicker. So the fly actually just hooks onto these same rings with these little clips here. If you're expecting rain, I'd say you'd have to peg out, you know, peg out these bloody things, whatever you call them, guy ropes or whatever. I'm pretty sure in the ad it said that the fly screen on this tent is the no-see-em stuff, which is supposed to keep out the sandflies and stuff. It looks like a very much coarser fly screen than what we have on the Coleman. Alright, so you got Velcro rain little flaps on the zips here. And yeah, you've got there's little toggle clips on the side here to hold the doors back if you want to. Yeah, I don't know if you can get a real idea of that mesh. You see through that. Anyway, welcome to the Oztrail Flinders 3-person. Not bad. I'm looking forward to, you know, a dewless summer night where I can sleep out here with the fly off completely and just look at the stars. That'd be awesome. But yeah, as you can see, no vestibule area here. You've just got the inside area. But with two mattresses, so with the Coleman, when we put two mattresses in here, we only had a really thin, probably about 1 foot wide area on the side here to store stuff. With this one, I think you get quite a fair bit more. Like you could probably actually fit 3 of our mattresses in here. So yeah, you do get a bit more inside storage space. Just real quick guys, that's what it looks like with one single air bit in there. You can see it's not right up against the wall over there, but yeah, you got plenty of room. Cool. Anyway guys, that's basically setting up the Oztrail Flinders. We'll see how we go tonight, see how cold it gets, and if I survive the night. I do have a -3 rated sleeping bag, but I tell you what, I've slept in the Coleman tent on a 3-degree night in that sleeping bag and I was cold. Didn't have thermals or anything, but I was sleeping in track pants and a hoodie, shirt and everything, beanie on my head. But yeah, I've got a singlet and stuff for tonight, so some nice merino wool socks. So we'll see how we go. I'll get back to you in the morning with a full report. Hey guys, it's 9:45. Fire's pretty sad looking now, but it's actually just started raining. I mean, it's not heavy, obviously it's just spitting, but guess we'll give the tent a little bit of a slight waterproof test. I don't know if you can hear that, but the rain's getting a little bit more serious now, so pulled it into the tent, and yeah, I think I might turn in anyway. We'll see how we go. Hopefully I don't get dripped on. Alright guys, excuse the bed hair, but had a good decent night's sleep here in the tent. Didn't get wet, it didn't rain heavily, a couple of light showers, but yeah, dry as. I wouldn't say I was any colder than with the Coleman tent. I was warm enough in there. I think it was around about 6 degrees it got down to. No problem with that. Plenty of room in there for 2 people. Honestly, like, you know, for one person, it's a spread out mansion. You can just throw your shit everywhere. So they're definitely big enough. But yeah, definitely no problem. You know, for a $60 tent, pretty good. I'd recommend it. I can't, you know, I don't know how long it's going to last or whatever, but you know, $60. Anyway, I'll wait till the sun comes up a bit more and dries off the dew and whatnot, and pack it up, and it should be ready for next time. I hope this video has helped somebody out there. I will put links to the Oztrail Flinders and the other tent in the description, guys, if you want to check them out. Anyway, cheers, see you on the next one.